Welcome back across space and time into the realm of our quadrant of the universe called the Captains Quadrant. I'm Captain Joe Dove saluting you here in the United States that is undisclosed new location because I cannot trust anyone. And with me this week, Jason Roy Gaston, or am I? Captain Nita of the USS Caliente, or is she?
Any one of us could be a butt bug.
No. It could be a changeling.
Changeling.
I am super excited to get into this amazing episode. I am very glad that Terry Metalis gave a big warning on Twitter saying, hey, you Next Gen fans, you better stay off the internets unless you watch that episode super early.
And I do think that we need to put out a disclaimer right now. If you have not seen this episode,
you're
going to hear me say this before. You'll never hear me say it since. Turn us off, watch the episode, and then come back.
Yeah.
Do not let us spoil this for you because it's a treat.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Be sure you hit that subscribe button before you go so you can get alerted and come back to us because that's important. What an episode. What an episode. We're going to get right into the synopsis.
Yes.
Caught by Starfleet and facing court-martial, paranoia grows as Picard struggles to uncover whether a prodigal crewman from his past has returned as an ally or as an enemy of a hell bent on destroying them all.
Were you trying to do a Patrick Stewart impression right there? Because if you were, you failed miserably.
I sounded more like
Get off my bridge.
Sean Connery.
Worst accents ever.
Excuse me, are you a changeling? You have to tell me if I ask.
Get off my ship. All right, let's hop into First Contact. Thanks.
Nice. It's lovely. It really is.
All right, I'll start with Jason. What was your first impression of the episode?
My first impression was, wow, they did a thing I was not expecting.
Yeah.
And it was not like, wow, that was really bad, or, oh, that's a shocking twist. It was just a pleasant surprise, and we're just going to go ahead and say it. Seeing Ro Laren return in such a major part after 32 years, Michelle Forbes finally gave in and came back as Ro Laren.
She left the Battlestar Galactica and went back to TNG.
The Pegasus. She was on the Pegasus. Get it right.
But it's the same show. I mean, go ahead. Oh, come on. Don't do me like that on the captain.
But yeah, they were so eager to have. Star Trek has wanted Michelle Forbes back for a while, and for some reason, Michelle Forbes kept telling them no. And so I just think they said, come back one more time, we'll stop asking you, and we'll kill Ro. And she was like, give me the ridges, but little ones. I don't want big ones this time.
Yeah, I did notice they were smaller.
Yeah.
They changed her ridges.
Bad wig,
for sure.
bad makeup. That's like one of my only gripes about this episode. Bad wig, bad makeup.
Yeah, that wig was questionable.
She jumped down in the chair and she was just like, it's going to take us 2 minutes to put these ridges on. You got 5 minutes. And I don't even want to be here. I don't know. I guess, Picard, I'm excited because I want to talk about this. I guess Patrick Stewart, first contacted her in the lift, did one of those things, and she walked out. I don't want to be on the show anymore. But yeah, it was just, that's it. That's the thing. I think that it was great seeing Michelle Forbes back. It was great seeing Ro back. It was great seeing what happened to her and seeing her story come to an ignoble end. Bittersweet. I think they could have done it better, but it's an ending and it's not just left up anymore. She had ridge reduction
surgery, don't she?
Well, I know it's not common.
She had Michelle Forbes don't want to be in that makeup chair surgery is what it was.
Yeah, and
it's
good
not
to see you, Aaron.
Time, but I had to share that one.
Good to see you, Mr. Harvey. Nita, your first contact.
Wow. From beginning to end, it was absolutely every scene so exceptionally done. It was a brilliant episode. I loved it.
Yeah.
I love this episode. And there's a particular part that I will discuss later that is super exciting for me. And I'm like trying to hold myself back.
I have a feeling I know what that is, but we'll get into
Oh,
that.
really?
I knows you. You my friend.
That's my brother from another mother.
There you go. So I thought it was fantastic, and they broke the Picard curse because usually after the third episode, the show starts to go on a teetering tilt into the abyss. And they said, make it so that doesn't happen. And they did.
Make it so.
And this episode was phenomenal. They keep raising the stakes. They brought an emotional clip to it that was just like, and I was there for every moment.
Is it me, or they're really getting to the core emotions of Picard?
Yeah, they really are. Yeah. And
they're like stripping him emotionally.
Yeah. Yeah, it's incredible. And I love it. I love it. All right, Nita, let's go to the comment section and see who's here saying hello.
Yes,
I know one person.
Sarah
Andrews.
Here.
Did you receive your gift yet? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I don't know how long these things take.
Absolutely. And, we've got our Frank Geek Filter. He says they needed someone important that we care about, but not so important that we're a main character.
Oh, okay. It's not
and I had to put this one back up.
It's not like Michelle Forbes wanted to come back. It's not like we were ever going to see her again. So I understand why it was Ro. Yeah. I understand why Ro had to go.
Gently in the stream.
Oh man.
Merrily launched into nacelles.
Oh jeez.
Kaboom.
Yeah.
What color were Ro's eyes? Blue. One blue that way, the other one blue that way.
Oh wow. Damn. All right, now we got our crazy comment of the week. All right, let's hop into pros and cons.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
You know what I miss right now?
What?
Just the random Australian accent.
You should do it.
We need it. I need
Didgeridoo and dingo.
Didgeridoo and dingo.
Vegemite and poisonous spiders and redback funnel web octopus. Don't go in the water, you'll die.
Right now he's not with us because he's on a mission in the USS Dingo, traveling through space, trying to find lost Australians. So,
okay. They're not lost. They're just drunk.
They're just avoiding everybody.
They're just drunk.
And we have Cosmic Mom.
Oh, hey,
hello,
Mom.
Cosmic Space Mom. Yes. Hello.
Yes, she actually has her name correct because, we'll get into that in a later time. But Jason, let's start off with you. Let's hear your pros and cons.
I'm going to start out with my con, and that is, I've said I'm actually two cons. I've already said Ro's makeup was very mid. The wig was questionable. I did kind of get the feeling like she said, I will come back, but I don't get any more than 30 minutes in that makeup chair. That's all you got with me. I don't know why Michelle Forbes says no to Star Trek so much. Because I know that she disappeared from Next Gen.
No, she just keeps going.
It was Lieutenant No Laren. She disappeared from TNG for like a season and a half and then came back in the second to last episode just to betray Picard and run off. They wanted to give her Deep Space Nine. They wanted to give her Uraneresa's part. She said no.
No.
They wanted her to come back to do a guest starring role.
No.
She said no. They wanted her on Voyager.
Oh.
In the Chakotay role. She said no.
Holy, I didn't know that, dude. Like,
it was early conceptual. They wanted her on the show in some capacity. And she said no, because she was a very popular character. We all loved Ro. She was that spunky little underdog who screwed up in the past. She wasn't a model officer, but by gosh, she was going to try her best. And then she just said, nah, I'm going to go with Maquis now. I'm glad to see her back. I wish that Michelle Forbes could have been on the show for the rest of the run, because I think that she would have fit in just nicely. I'm not a big fan of her death just giving Picard motivation to continue.
Okay.
Because I feel that is that's a trope in storytelling that we see way too much of. If it had been anybody else, if it had been a 1 or 2 off character, I probably would have been okay with it. But if it was somebody like Ro, I didn't like that. Now, I'm not diminishing her last scene. Her last scene was very much Ro. It was, I'm going to blow up the nacelle of this starship to give you some time to get away. And I felt that was very well done. My pros for this episode, the acting was on point. I don't know if Michelle Forbes really didn't want to be there, but her acting did not let it on. She nailed every scene she was in. Patrick Stewart nailed every scene he was in. And I can't remember the name of the actor. I'd remember it any other time. The man who plays Liam Shaw. He was so much fun.
Todd Chadwick.
Chadwick,
Todd,
yes.
Todd.
He was so much fun. Just being
He was
almost
like, you guys getting in trouble. You guys getting in trouble.
Angelica from Rugrats of Star Trek. He's like, you dumb babies, I'm going to tell on all of you.
Yeah.
But he's so much fun to watch, and I don't hate him anymore. I mean, yeah, he's a jackass, but I don't hate the man anymore. I understand where he comes from. And you know what? If I was in his situation, I wouldn't want them on my ship either.
Yeah.
So that's my pros and cons so far. I have others, but I will acquiesce, and I will let the two of you take over now. So it's not just the me show.
It's not the Jason show, really?
No, it's not the Jason.
No.
All right,
it's the Captain Nita show.
It is the Pod Caliente.
So
right, Nita.
I don't have a lot of cons, but so I'll start with that. I did think that the change in her ridges was really noticeable because they were coming up to here in TNG, but now they just have these ridges down here.
And they looked like they were drawn on, didn't they?
They did. It was like, does she have ridges? Like I had a hard time seeing them.
Whenever you can't notice them in HD, I agree.
Yes.
Well, now you guys know why the ship is dark. The lighting is not there to hide all of the makeup mistakes and things.
And I have to say that haircut, not flattering, but I wasn't a fan of her haircut in TNG. I think she's a beautiful woman, and I don't think that they showcase that. And I'm big with hair. Like I love hair. I think hair really.
Do you have hair?
Yeah, because I have lots of it. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm obsessed with hair.
Okay.
That's a thing. Puerto Rican women, we're obsessed with our hair. So I felt like her hair wasn't flattering enough, and she's a beautiful woman. But that's really not such a big con, right? Because I don't have a big con. My pros, I love, of course, Worf coming back and the fighting scene. And then, can I just say the Vulcan? My favorite new villain. I need him back.
What is
Kirk
his name?
Acevedo.
Acevedo is such a great actor.
Him.
Yes,
he was in.
He was in
Fringe.
Oz. He was in
Oz.
Fringe.
Yeah, he was in Oz. Yes, God,
he was in Oz. He was in
Fringe.
I love him. The Vulcan Puerto Rican. I was like, Wepa, we in it. The logic now, but
lots of planets have a Puerto Rico.
And I heard you get presidents to throw paper towel at everybody.
Let's not go there. Anyway, I love the fact that he was a Vulcan, and I love because this is again so Star Trek. It's not about let's get only white actors to play the alien races, but let's get actors to play these alien races, and just bring in, the diversity, and in the beginning of Star Trek and TOS, you only saw white Vulcans, but then you started to see Tuvok, a dark Vulcan. Then you started to see Vulcans of different, shades, and I thought that was fantastic. I love the fact that it was like to the death they had to fight, Raffi and Worf. And I'm like, what are they going to do? Who's dying? Because Worf is not going to kill her. That he's not going to do. But she knew exactly where to hurt him so that it looked like she killed him. And because of his meditations and everything that he's been going, that he slowed down his heart rate.
Less technique to slow down.
But I love how he's got the knife on the guy's neck going, I am bleeding, hurry up.
Yeah.
That is the essence of all kind of macho right there. I'm sorry, it just is. I loved it. I thought the last scene when he reaches out to Ro and he finds Riker and Picard and they see him, they were like, so shocked to see each other. And I love the fact that Ro was, the contact. She was the one pulling the strings here.
I didn't see that coming.
No,
I didn't see that coming.
I thought it
And
was
let me tell
important,
you,
but I'm glad I didn't see it.
I know Jason didn't like the way Ro died, but I kind of did, because Ro was a hero. Even when she was betraying the Federation, she did it for her people. She did it because she was doing things that were right for her people in her viewpoint. Okay, so she was always putting the needs of others ahead of her own.
She put the needs of the many ahead of the few or the one.
Yes, yes, she did. And going out like that and making sure that she gave him her earring. I was wondering about that, because when they could show her ear in the beginning, I said, well, where is her earring? Because she had a big issue in TNG about that earring. And then when she hands it to him, I'm like, well, that's weird. Why is she handing him his earring? And it did not occur to me that the information will be on there. That was fabulous. This episode completely took me off guard in every scene in a wonderful way. Absolutely my favorite episode thus far.
All right. So for me, it's very simple. My pros, that Constellation ship, the Intrepid?
The
right?
Intrepid, yes.
The Intrepid, which is the name of the ship by my office, the Intrepid.
Yes.
I thought that was a nice touch, because that's a famous battleship from, I believe, World War II.
Yes.
Yes. So I thought that was a really cool. And I thought the design was cool, because it had elements of the Enterprise D, the same way that the Shrike does. That
I thought it was for a minute.
Yeah, but it had a smaller saucer section. Now,
Yeah.
the guy over here to this side, he's really good at ships. But that's what we got him on. I can't point, apparently. That way. There, you. Yeah. You're really good with the ships. So was this an amalgamation of ships, or was this the ship that you're familiar with?
This was a brand new ship. They gave it a class name. It was on Twitter, and I cannot for the life of me remember it. It was a multi-syllabic name.
No.
But one thing that I thought was really neat about the design of this ship is that it's on the Shrike. The deflector dish has the look of an eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever the ship is circling another ship, the ship almost looks like it has an eye on that other ship. The Intrepid had that same design on its deflector dish. So right from the beginning, subconsciously, we were being told something was not cricket about the Intrepid.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was a really neat design choice. The ship itself, very cool looking. I liked it. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, now we know that it's a Titan that they're going to be on.
Yeah.
And because we were all wondering, well, when are they going to get all together? I'm thinking the Titan is going to meet up with Raffi and Worf. They'll dock, they'll come on, and that's when we're going to see them. We need Geordi, though. What's happening?
I love that.
Pick up Troy too.
Yeah,
we need
she's
been on the show, but she's not there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My one con this week was why are we going back to the planet Terry Metalis? Like, everything is related to that one planet. We got to go back to that one planet. It's it.
Star Trek's Tatooine. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like
that little dump of a planet that everybody ends up on, even though you don't want to be there.
Yeah, it's like, yo, how are we going back to the same planet? There's nowhere else we can go to get information? No, we got to go right back to that planet where I killed all those people. Remember that cool ass scene? We're going back to that planet.
It's like a ghetto planet.
Yeah,
it's the Jersey of the cosmos.
No.
It's the hood. It is a hood planet.
What are you talking about? Jersey's God's country, man.
I'm sorry. It's the New Mexico of the cosmos. There we go.
Listen, that is the hoodest. That's the hood planet.
Yeah, that's
if you thug, you there.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's so thuggy. Even the Vulcans be thugs.
Yeah, that kind of threw me off too.
Live long and prosper.
Why is it?
You know,
but
it was
why
weird.
is it? Wait, guys, I got a question.
Oh.
Why is it that the one Puerto Rican Vulcan got to be hood? Why he gotta be gangsta?
Well, as he said, it's only logical that there be criminals in a utopia.
Yeah,
because you can't have a utopia without criminals. I like the fact that
but why
we're getting multifaceted cultures now, and with not every Vulcan is meditating in a chamber somewhere without emotions. You have you have the dudes out there who are committing crimes and being generally, rapscallions. And
I thought
like
at
that.
first he was like Romulan.
Romulan,
Like,
yeah, that's
is
exactly
he
what I was gonna say. Yeah,
a Northern Romulan, because they're the ones who look more Vulcan. Because he's really in touch with his feelings, but he's given off that Vulcan vibe. And when he specifically said it, I was like, oh, a Puerto Rican Vulcan. But of course, they had to make him a gangster.
Well, whenever they were going through the criminal files on the La Serena, whenever they flipped through there, which incidentally, if you have not seen those yet, do the frame by frame, because there are some great Easter eggs in that sequence.
Really?
Morn of Luria gets a shout out.
Oh, nice.
Brunt of Ferenginar gets a shout out.
Oh, wow.
Okana gets a shout out.
Of course.
Yeah.
And the guy from I can't remember his name, Ring or Tring or something like that. I don't know what his name was, but he is listed as being wanted by the Vulcan security agency or something like that. So he is definitely a Vulcan.
Yeah. Oh,
I love Kryn. Kryn is my new favorite Vulcan.
Yes.
I don't care if he's a criminal.
And my big pro for this week was seeing how Daystrom looks. I thought that was cool that it was like space docks and
Looked like Jupiter Station from
Yeah.
Voyager.
It did.
Right?
It was very
It
cool.
did,
That
it
was
did.
my biggest pro of this week. And you got a little
Yeah.
bit of, okay, you can break in if you do this, and you could do this, and you need this thing, and I'll give it to you, and sure, we'll settle that up. So hopefully we don't go back to this damn planet anymore, because I'm over it.
Let's get off Tatooine, please.
Yeah, let's go. Like, come on. And then the
Well, I want them to go back because I want them to see Kryn. I want to see Kryn again.
Oh, you
Well,
know,
no,
Worf
we-
buried
let's
a
not do
knife
that.
in his back whenever they
Yeah.
were leaving.
he died. He's dead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he's dead.
But-
He's dead. We're
They
moving on. We're
didn't
moving
show
on.
that. They didn't
Yes. It happened off screen. Sorry, you missed it. It was blink if you missed.
They Ceta Jaxo'd him. He's gone. He's dead.
He's
You
dead.
He
have
was
got
given
to
an
tell
off-screen
me
death.
that
All right,
my
let's go to
back
comments.
Let's go to comments because we have got some comments. Okay.
Let's talk,
First
friends.
of all, Cosmic Mom wants us to know that she is typing in an Aussie accent.
Oi,
Oi.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
typing with an Aussie accent. Yes.
And this is about Rolaren. She said no to DS9 and she did Escape from LA. I love Kirk Russell for bad movie. I
Oh,
agree, Geek Filter.
I was angry. I saw that one in theaters, and I was
That
so mad.
was like a waste of time.
Yeah.
And Cosmic Mom has a point. Is she allergic to money? Yeah, I think
I don't
she
know if
might
she's allergic
be.
to money. I think that she's one of those actors who just does what she wants, and if she doesn't enjoy it, she doesn't do it. And you got to respect that a little bit. I mean, we all love Star Trek, but chances are there are some very strange people out there who don't, and for
Right.
some reason or another, they don't want to have anything to do with it. They don't like having a pound of makeup glued to their face every morning. They don't like saying, subspace bacon and subspace bacon. Wow.
That's some space bacon.
They don't like saying subspace bacon or transphasic modulator every day. They
Yeah.
like simple lines. And
Now, Geek
I also think
Filter,
that Roe actually thought that, Escape from LA, since it's the sequel to Escape from New York, is going to make a ton of money and she would get some residuals. And that's why she said no. And then it flopped and she was like, damn it. So she's
Yep. So Geek Filter says, I'm surprised how polarizing the episode is. In my social circle, people love it or really hate it. The season is hackneyed, badly written, and poorly produced. Are we watching the same show?
okay, I can tell you right now, Geek Filter, unfriend them. You don't need that kind of
Yeah, you don't
negativity
need-
in your life.
Yes, you don't.
If you
need
look
that
at this
kind
and
of
say it's
negativity.
badly produced and badly directed, no, you're not watching the same show.
You're not watching
They
the same
accidentally
show.
flipped over to the Orville or something like that.
Yeah.
This season, even if you don't like the writing, the direction and the production of this season has been amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now Geek Filter did love the Vulcan fight scene too.
They love, no, the Vulcans
like-
love to do fights to the
I
death.
did like Raffi's quip whenever he said, "You must have a fight to the death." She goes, "Oh, that's original."
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
She was the voice of the audience right there,
Let me
and I
tell
dig
you,
it.
between her lines and Captain Shaw's lines, this is hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Raffi
They have
and
the
Shaw
best.
need to be on a show together. I'm sorry.
think-
We need a
I mean,
spinoff.
There is
Raffi, Shaw, and Seven.
I'll talk about something special in 10 forward, and the link will be in the show notes. So
We
be ready.
have more comments. One more
Yep,
is
let's
here.
go,
It says,
let's go.
I was worried she was a changeling. Me too.
Yeah.
I saw what was going to happen. It was kind of telegraphed for me, but she went out in style. Yes, she did.
She sure did. Yeah.
I thought her death was excellent. Absolutely.
I gotta say, the misdirection in this episode by the writers, purposeful misdirection, was great because you did find yourself guessing and wondering, is this really Ro? Is she really a changeling?
Yeah.
Up until the conversation in the 10 forward bar on the holodeck, you were questioning the entire time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then that catharsis that Ro and Picard reached when they both conceded that they broke each other's hearts. Great writing, great acting, and it was almost like tension was relieved. Like, wow, this really is Ro. I don't have to squinch so much anymore.
Yes, and I really felt again that moment that Picard had with her in the bar and sent forward the holodeck was really a closure to their relationship, because he did take her in good faith. He did take her in the hopes that she would redeem herself. She really cared about Picard and felt like that was a big honor of him to try to, help her to get her life together. But it was in the middle of a very difficult time.
Subspace bacon.
Will this be the new running gag that gets rid of the butt bugs? Probably not.
So I really felt that they needed that closure, because when she left and there was no explanation. There was no, there was no conversation. No, he trusted her completely. And then, they feel betrayed by each other. And that really goes to show you that when things happen, we don't always know how that other person is feeling. It's not just our own emotions, but that other person may be feeling the same exact thing. Had they talked years ago, maybe they would have had a relationship.
All right. On that, let us go to commercial.
This episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine is brought to you in part by your local bottler of C+.
C+ invites you to a Star Trek Deep Space Nine experience. Win a tour of Paramount Pictures in Hollywood, home of Star Trek Deep Space Nine from C+. Win holographic Star Trek t-shirts or communicator pins weekly. Have your C+ UPC code ready. Telephone 1-900-561-3000 within 30 minutes. That's right, 1-900-561-3000. You could be there.
All right.
I'm astounded that they
85 cents per call?
I'm astounded that they have a beverage called C+ when they could have called it A+.
For real, right?
Now I'm just wondering what's wrong with it.
I know.
They can call it C+ because it's orange, isn't it?
Still, what's wrong with it? C+, why not a B+? Why not an A+?
Because it's C, because you're getting that vitamin C.
I
like C++.
I've never even heard of this drink, and I think I know why. It's because everyone looked at it and thought, that's not a great grade.
It's got a C+.
Let's go have some C+ with some shreddies.
And what's with the
shreddies? The return.
Shreddies is back.
Complete
What
your
about
breakfast
the
with
85
shreddies.
cents per call?
Yeah.
Those 900 numbers were a
expensive.
rip-off back in the day.
And that brings us to 10 forward.
This is terrible.
I like it.
So we're bringing back 10 forward on the orders of our Admiral Ozzy, Jace.
I'm not even there, but you're doing what I want.
Because it's too difficult to do any future speculations. And the only future speculation that one would probably give would be that hopefully Geordi's in the next episode.
Well, he's on next week's Will Wheaton show. I can't remember what it's called. The Will Wheaton show.
He's
on
The
next
Ready
week's.
Room is
The
called.
Ready
The
Room.
Ready Room.
Yes, he's on the Wesley Room. So I
Yes,
think
it's gotta be.
I think finally, at long last, we are reaching the end of the Reading Rainbow, where we will find our old pal Geordi.
Finally.
Is it really bad that I go to the Ready Room and fast forward to the
No.
the next scene and not watch
We
the.
all do it. We
Oh
all
wow!
do
So
it.
you guys skipped the whole. I watched the whole thing because
Li-
Oh, you're
listen,
so
I,
sad.
I love me some Will Wheaton. The dude is a national treasure, but I do skip to the end because I just don't like after shows.
Wait, but this is an after show.
If I'm not on it,
Oh, okay.
if I'm not on it,
I just don't like the whole conversation. It just, I don't have the patience for it.
I don't
Like,
either. I just want to see.
they're not as fun as we are. Let's just face it. If we had the ready room, it would
He's
have
trying
been
to
a
make
ready
it fun. I'll
party.
give him that, but you know,
It would have been a party.
You know, I miss whenever they would play the preview at the end of the episode. Back whenever TNG and DS9 were in syndication. As soon as the episode was over, on the next episode of TNG.
Yes, I love that.
I used to love that so much, and now they don't do it anymore. And
They don't do it because they want you to watch the ready room.
I want to watch the ready room. Just give me a short little commercial. Let me know
You know
what's
what
coming up
annoys
next.
me about that though is the fact that you got a bunch of channels like ours that are out here doing after shows that aren't sanctioned, but at the same time we're trying to make a name for ourselves and give you alternative folks to take a listen to, and they have all this money, and they have a huge following because they spend all that money to make sure that their videos for Star Trek gets out first, and then everybody else is kind of left to the sprinkles of whoever's left. That's kind of annoying because it's like, okay, you guys have already made it. Why are you on YouTube? Like, you guys have a whole Paramount Plus channel. Why are you taking up space where everybody else is supposed to have free creation? But
dollar bills, y'all.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Dollar bills.
Who
y'all.
wants that sweet Paramount money?
Absolutely.
All right.
I do.
Everybody does. All right. So
I will sell all of you out for Paramount money.
Oh yeah, we knew.
Oh, I would sell y'all out for a Klondike bar.
Hey, Klondike. At least you
Klondike bar. At least I'm making loot.
Oh, this is a great comment. Oh,
will you let go of the comment?
What did you? This wouldn't have happened if Jace was here.
I know.
What you don't want to listen to, Will Wheaton week after week after week after week.
Hey, listen. If I knew Will Wheaton personally, I would hang out with him all the time because he seems like a really cool, down-to-earth person. He's a nerd. I like that. I just don't like watching interview shows. That's it. It's just a personal preference. I just don't like watching interview shows that I'm not part of.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because we do interviews on this show. As a matter of fact, I want to take this time and 10 forward to share with you guys something very special that I got in the mail today. I'm probably going to do a little TikTok on this later, and that is my Michael Chan trading card. And he's from Star Trek Discovery, so it's on point. And you may remember him as the lieutenant in Star Trek Discovery that was sitting next to the Dadmiral.
Yes.
And he actually signed it, and it's really cool. And it's also signed.
He got to stand in the presence of Dadmiral. So
yes.
He's got some of that Dadmiral energy going right now. And I dig that. Yes.
Yeah. And this really made my day. He's a super guy. We did an interview with him. I implore you to check that out in case you.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
He's
the
really
interview's really good.
He even showed up on the Power of J Skull the other day because he said, I'm a He-Man fan. Do you mind if I'm on your show? We're like, absolutely. Come join us.
We're going to try to get him in the Agony booth.
When
that returns. And then he was in season 4, episode 8, All In, and he was in season 4, episode 13, Coming Home, in case you want to go check that out. And it's an official Topps card. He sent me a lovely note. And he says, Dear Captains Quadrant, I really like that Captain Joe. Everybody else can buzz off. No, he said,
I don't blame him. We are pretty intolerable.
He said, I know this is a Christmas card, but it says Happy New Year, so it still works, right? He was super happy meeting us on Twitter and chatting with us on our podcast. It has been an absolute lovely getting to know you and the team. I look forward to celebrating more with you and collaborating. Live long and prosper. Sincerely, Michael Chan. What a guy.
What a nice fellow.
What a dude. And I absolutely adore the fact that he did that, took the time out. So he's getting a Captain's Quadrant shirt, and so won't Trek Long Island. They're going to get a Captain's Quadrant shirt. Jason, yours is coming, I swear.
Nice.
Yeah,
I feel like Jason is a stepchild.
No. He's
they beat me when no one is looking.
We gave him a box of shreddies, so there's love. There's love.
Here's your shreddies.
You got it was a family size.
Now
box
sit
of
in your
shrimp?
corner, monkey. Make jokes.
Did you give some shreddies to Battle Cat?
No. I'm afraid to. Just watching her run around the house on just catnip is scary enough. I don't want to give her breakfast cereal.
One of the things that we didn't get into that I thought it would be fitting to write in the title, and that is the truth about Jack Crusher. Obviously, he is not. I don't think he's fully Picard's son. I think he's part of the Changelings. What?
There's something wrong with him.
Well, yeah, absolutely something wrong with him. But Jace, tell me, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I've got it figured out.
Go for it.
I really do. Okay, so I've been making jokes about butt bugs for a month, hoping that the butt bugs will return. I'm going to say it right now. I don't think the butt bugs are coming back.
No, I don't
I
think
think
so
that
either.
that ship has sailed and gone to warp and exploded somewhere on the other side of the galaxy, protostar style.
Yes.
Here's what I think.
Mhm.
So we've been seeing Jack's visions, and in those visions, we've been seeing red and we've been seeing tendrils.
Right.
And my first thought was Borg.
Mhm.
And that was kind of,
Well, the Borg Queen's voice is in his head. That sounds
Whose
like
voice is-
Dorothy.
I don't think it's the
I don't
Borg
think-
Queen's voice. I
No,
think it's Gates McFadden.
It
Okay.
sounds like Dorothy, though.
I think
No.
it's Gates McFadden. But I thought, are they really going to do the Borg again? And I even came up with this theory that whenever Jack Crusher was made, Picard's reproductive material was probably laced with nanoprobes. So
Yeah,
maybe
I
Jack's got some
thought,
nanoprobes running
yeah.
around in his body somewhere. But then I got to thinking, they're not going to do the Borg again. This is
Right.
all about subverting expectations. This is all about misdirection, just like this episode. Is Ro a changeling? Is she really Ro? We don't know. But then we find out, and it went against our expectations. Here's what I think.
Okay.
Terry Metalis said at the very beginning that this would not only be a sequel to TNG, it was going to be a spiritual sequel to DS9, which we have seen with the Changelings, and a spiritual sequel to Voyager, who on Voyager used tendrils that wrapped around people's faces and also had the ability to change their shapes.
There were other changelings?
Species 8472.
Wait, they had I don't remember them having tendrils.
They attacked Harry Kim, and he had tendrils all over his face.
Wow.
And that's how they attacked the Borg too, in that big Borg pile. They just had
Oh,
tendrils
neat.
going all over the place.
So let me just ruin it for everybody, if you don't mind, Nita, on this comment from
Why?
Sarah Andrews.
I do comments.
Yeah. Can you put up
What?
that one from Sarah
I
Andrews?
am going to.
Thank you. No, not that one. I have
Oh.
captions, but up higher. Up higher. One more. The Sarah Andrews one.
See, it does
Yeah,
sound like
there we go.
Caption says it's Beverly. Look at that.
Yeah.
So
the caption
here-
says the voice is Beverly. That's
Here is
crazy.
my theory. I don't think
species 8472.
that's
Thank
what I
you.
said.
Yes.
That's what I said. I
I
literally
was
said
always
that.
like species
right,
8675309.
Oh my gosh, you don't keep up with numbers, do you?
No.
I thought I had ADHD. My gosh.
So go ahead,
So,
Jace. Go ahead.
Here is my thought, and this is going to be potentially controversial.
Oh,
I don't think that Jack is real, and I don't. I think Jack at one point was taken and replaced by a species 8472, who
And
took
he
his
doesn't
place,
know it.
and he doesn't know it.
But then where's the real Jack?
The real Jack will be
Is he
discovered
dead?
later. I don't think he's dead, because I don't think that they would do that to Picard. I don't think that they would dangle a legacy in front of him and then just take it away.
Mhm.
Either he is a sleeper agent for 8472, or they put some kind of psychic suggestion in his brain to make him a sleeper
Species
agent.
have done that. Yes.
They have? I gotta rewatch Voyager now. 'cause I'm
No,
starting to
no.
think
I'm
between
not
Space Nine
saying 8472 has done that. I'm saying species
Oh,
have
oh,
done
well.
that because
Well,
they
the
did it
Romulans
to Geordi.
Geordi, yeah.
Yeah, they did it to
that's
Geordi.
right. That's right. No, what did the Klingons do to Joy? They just took his visor and messed with him in general.
It was the Klingons. They did the visor, and
Mhm.
then they did subjective messages to him.
That was the
So
Romulans. who
That,
did
that was together with the Romulans, though.
Yeah.
But it was really
Oh,
Romulan
it was Duras
technology.
who was working with him, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
But
good.
but
Jace,
yeah, that's my thing. Is that
I like that. I hope that's what happens, because that would be
and part
incredible.
of me cooked up this ending in my head where they do find where Jack is being stored cryogenically, and they pop the thing open, and instead of grown-up Jack, it's like 12-year-old or 10-year-old Jack. and Picard gets to start over with his own son. And yes, Geek Filter, there was a truce with 8472, but there was also a truce with the Changelings.
Exactly.
Things
that's
change. But the only
But
thing
that
is,
doesn't
why are
mean
why are
because-
8472 and the Changelings upset with each other right now? Why do they want? I'm thinking that the Changelings have been using 8472 to augment themselves and to grow and become better shapeshifters.
Here's a comment. It says, I think he has a sleeper, something in him. Yeah, like a sleeper agent kind of thing. Because he flipped that switch and suddenly Jack was a changeling killer. It's true.
Either that or it's a butt bug.
We go right back.
There
You know
goes
what?
the
He had
butt
a box of shreddies and was like, all right.
He ate shreddies. He chugged some C minus and just.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something.
After all.
They did a great job. If they changed him, if he is under the power of another species, whether it's 8472 or the changeling or the Borg, it doesn't matter. They did a pretty good job of not letting Beverly find out. She kind of feels like there's something wrong, but is that motherly intuition? There's no, I mean,
I don't
she
feel
not
like she knows
sti-
she's on anything with him. I don't feel like she suspects anything.
I
at
think
all.
that she knows there's something wrong.
Yeah.
Because she said it. She said there's something wrong. You look like you're not sleeping. You look tired.
Which is a pro for me because
Yeah.
she got Jack to admit that there was something wrong. So he's not going to
Yes.
flip out in front of them and it be a surprise because that's boring. I
And
like the
even
fact
she
that
was
I like the fact that he's
surprised.
asking for help.
Even she was surprised that he took down all those changelings by himself, which means he was never trained to fight at that level. See, 7 of 9 can fight at that level. Rafi, Worf can fight at that level. But
Not her.
she's like, why is she surprised? Because she knows he wasn't trained to fight at that level. So something is giving her the idea that something's wrong.
Yeah, I mean, Jack's intentions are obviously to kill. Like,
Exactly.
you're getting.
Is it, or is he just?
he's
Is he
something.
just? Is it self-preservation?
Yeah,
Because
I think it's
he never went after anybody until they came after him, and he had no choice.
mhm.
Right. Yeah.
It was like a sleeper agent where they're not going to be violent unless violence is brought to them and it's a defense mechanism, and then
Yeah.
they don't know how they got there, and how they were able to do it, because he's sitting there going, I don't know, I just knew they were changeling, I just was able to do it. He doesn't understand it himself, which makes you know that he is not under control completely.
He could also be a synth. I mean, there's that possibility
there's
as
that
well,
possibility.
and it would
Yeah, 'cause-
tie into the lore of the show. It's just the whole thing about this also being a spiritual sequel to Voyager.
That would be the only way it ties in.
Yeah,
Mhm.
aside from having 7 of 9 on the show.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And-
We do have some comments. Do
Yeah,
you
go
want to
for it.
wait? Okay.
No, go for it.
Sarah says these are terrorist periods. One thing I read was that the changelings might have mutated to how they are now from the bioweapons from the Dominion War.
Ooh, that would be dope. But yeah, because they were the synth organs, and then once you start to dissect them, the organs started to turn into goop.
It says here, I think it was more she was surprised that he shot all those people without knowing they were changelings. They could have been humans, not that he could have killed them. Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah, it's an excellent point.
I don't want to disagree with Geek Filter.
That's good. I don't. And the other big elephant in the room for me was Riker. He was very diminished this episode. We didn't get any confrontation or dialogue between him and Ro. It was strictly Picard. I thought that was kind of interesting. It's like
I thought it was interesting too because they were in that mission together, and
Right.
I would think that they would have a moment.
Well,
And they really
I
didn't.
think they had their moment. In Preemptive Strike, which was that episode we're talking about, because despite the fact that Ro was holding a phaser at him, they did part on pretty good terms, and Riker told Ro, "Good luck and be careful out there." So I think that Riker understood why she left, and I think that he had accepted it. But he was also not Ro's mentor, and his experience was different than Picard's. He got a goodbye. He got closure. Picard didn't.
Okay.
That's true.
All
That's
right.
true.
Good one. Good
Yeah.
one. Good one. Okay.
I think, Riker maybe was more empathetic because he saw firsthand what she was seeing, and understood that as a Bajoran, she had to go there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. And we got to see a new class starship. We got to see the new roundabouts. That was pretty cool. But what else are we going to get? Because it has to be Fleet Day.
It's got to be Geordi. It's got to be the Fleet Museum.
Yes.
I'm going to say again, we've been getting these Easter eggs in the closing credits, that beautiful closing credits that has the first contact score behind it. And we've been seeing plans for the Excelsior, the Voyager, the Enterprise A. I think we're going to see them all again whenever we see Geordi again.
Oh, I hope so.
And we could also see the saucer section of the D, because they could have always
Shaw brought it up.
The saucer section of the D. If you remember back in the second season of Picard, on the plaque that Elnor was reading, it said that the saucer section was recovered and put into the Fleet Museum.
Wow, that would be
it could very well be that could be the multiple Enterprises that we were going to be seeing in this season.
Oh my God, this is going to be.
And the A is my favorite, so I really hope we get to see the A.
The
A design. The A design.
Really?
I hope we get at least kind of like a view, with the Enterprise passing and the Titan getting to the Daystrom Institute, and kind of like seeing everything, seeing all of the ships that are there for Fleet Week, and kind of getting a big overview of all these beautiful ships, and that would be lovely.
Well, this show has gifted us with starship porn more than any other season has.
I love
and
this.
It's been long.
Yes.
That's gonna be
lingering
shots. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out our shop. You can get.
Did I just give you more merch?
Yeah,
I didn't come up with that term. That's been around for a long
Starship
time.
porn. I love it.
Yeah,
I gotta show you guys.
Around for a long
I
time.
have to show you guys my starship. Hold on. I'll be right back. You must see it. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Battle Cat is dropping things off of my dresser, by the way.
Oh, at least it's not a ghost this time.
No, it's a cat. It's a psycho cat.
Oh,
My gosh, this cat is terrible. I should have just called it.
Now
it is the
cat,
NCC.
Oh, you got the
1708.
I like the
yes. That is my favorite starship right there.
Where did you get that?
My brother-in-law, best brother-in-law ever, gave it to me.
Does it do stuff?
Does it make noises?
Yeah, it does.
Does it do stuff?
It makes noises.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Love it. I have that, but it's the 1701 refit. It doesn't have the A on it, but
this one is the A.
Yeah, I love that because I can press the bridge module and it goes "Cut!"
Oh, that's fun.
Amazing.
That's a lot of fun.
That's pretty awesome. I'm gonna put her back. I don't want her to break.
Yeah, I hear you. I like the refit.
She's gone. Let's talk about her.
I love.
I really like her.
Yeah, I like the A because it's like it's sleek. It's like because I never really liked the two big balls that they had on the nacelles and that. I thought it was kind of. Don't look at it like that.
I just walked into big balls.
Yeah. Let's.
I don't mean it that way. I was talking about the nacelles.
Nita, this is what happens when you leave him alone. That's how nasty he gets.
Oh,
no, I agree. The Connie refit to me is the best starship. It's just perfectly designed. I just wish there'd been a little color in the nacelles. I wish they'd kept the red in the motion picture refit. There we go. Me and Geek Filter, we're copacetic. We're best friends now.
What was the motion picture refit? What was the difference?
It was just that it had that iridescent hull to it that they ended up changing because it was so hard to shoot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But you were saying, I'm sorry.
I was just saying it's a perfectly designed starship. I just wish that it had the red in the nacelles. That's the only thing that I think it could have done better.
Wow. I'm D, B, and E are my favorites. It depends on the day.
Oh, E is beautiful. I love the D, but to me, the A was my first Enterprise.
What do you think of Voyager?
And I don't mean the A, I just mean the Connie refit.
What do you think of Voyager, the ship?
I think
it's weird.
Was that the cat?
That was the cat.
The cat attacked him alive on the Captain's Quadrant.
She does not like Voyager.
She jumped up and grabbed my computer mouse and just slammed it into the floor.
Wow.
It's like it just exploded. I hate you, Cat. I hate you so much.
Battle Cat is.
I love the Voyager, by the way. I think the Voyager is a very nice looking ship.
I love
Not a
I
fan
love
of
that
it.
it's compact. I love that the nacelles fold. Oh, I like it.
I
It's
love the
m-
fact that depending on which angle you look at it, it gives you a completely different vibe. Because if you look at it from the front, it looks wide-eyed and curious. If you look at it from the back, it looks like a quarterback going into battle. You look at it from the
Yes.
side, it looks like a bullet. She's doing it again. She's trying to pull my computer mouse off the table.
It's a mouse. That's what she
I'm gonna-
does.
It's not that kind
can't
of mouse.
stand- I think of all the ships, Voyager is my least favorite. I think it's just ergonomically awkward. I think having the very pointed.
I like the fact that
arrowhead
she is
also
not.
tiny. Well,
I like the fact that she's not menacing, but she is a strong ship.
Yes.
She is a strong
I just
ship.
feel like if it were to if you know, I'm a person that likes balance, and I feel like if you were to put it on a plank, it would just go. Thump, you know what I mean? I don't feel like
I did that experiment with a model one time, and you know what? It
it does.
didn't.
No,
It didn't.
surprise. It's such a
Yeah.
weird looking ship, and this
Because I thought it was top heavy too, especially in that
Yeah.
episode where they landed it. I was like, what's keeping the ship from just.
yeah,
No, it's balanced. That's the way it sets.
interesting. Well, still not gonna change my mind on it.
That's okay. You can be wrong. It's fine.
No, I'm not wrong.
This is
Oh,
America. You can be wrong all
absolutely
you want to.
Damn it.
You are wrong, Captain.
Cut my
You are
bridge.
wrong.
So I'm gonna.
Everybody has a right to their opinion, and you have a right to your stupid opinion as well.
Oh no, my opinion is correct. You know why else? my opinion
Boys,
is correct?
behave.
You know why else? Because
No.
I said make it so. No, but I would like to share with you guys a very special moment. I got to see Cosmic Mom in person, and as you know, she was the winner of our first prize.
Yes.
And I got a little bit of flack from my crew because I was like, "Mom's getting a sticker," and then
Mom
you
is
guys were
not getting a sticker.
Get her a
That's
hoodie.
That's not get her a hoodie. I was like, no, I don't want to give her a hoodie. So you know what I got her? A brand new iPad. You can see all my gray
Yay!
hair and my awkward body. But there's Cosmic Mom and her brand new iPad. Now she can watch us in HD and hear us in good sound. So happy
Excellent.
birthday, Cosmic Space Mom. I hope you enjoy that new iPad. Luckily, you cannot find where she is and can't take it from her. So I think we had a fantastic episode. Do you want to run to the comments one last time as the evil kid takes over the show?
Yes, definitely. We have here from Geek Filter. It says the nacelles from the Unmade Phase 2. Connie has that red orange glow. Check that out when you have time.
It did. The
it
Phase 2
sure
Enterprise
did.
was very nice.
Yes.
Put that out.
Sarah says that she thought the visual effects when the nacelles blew up were visually pleasing and realistic. They were. I
Yes, I
agree.
liked when Rose's flaming head kind of
That's
flew
not
off
what
into space.
happened. Yes, and she believes all ships are great.
Yes,
Aw.
except for the Jaeger class. That can go straight into the dumpster.
Oh,
But yeah, I think that
that's it.
yeah, that's it. I mean, we're up to date with comments.
All right.
You keep sticking your finger in the comments.
That's right. Captain's request. Hey, put that one up. Anyway,
However, we do have Battle Cat, and I think Battle Cat has her own opinion.
yeah. What is she saying? Well, you're just terrible. I'm gonna chew it up. Spit it out.
She
All
says she thinks it's funny when people blow up because she hates humans.
Aw.
Friends, I just want to remind you to please check out Jason's TikToks because there's a whole series about how Battle Cat is going to eat you at some point.
No, it's just Battle Cat sharing some of her favorite fun facts. That's all.
They just happen to be talking about tasting humans and being with old
it's
people
just-
because she gets to
and,
eat them.
and licking them down to the bone.
Those are facts. She doesn't make them up. That's the reason why cats have rough tongues. Yes, cats wonder what we taste like. That's it.
So because Ozzy Jason was not with us, we do not have a stupid Star Trek question, but we implore you, we encourage you, and we ask you to ask your friends for a stupid Star Trek question. We don't want you to try to give us something that'll puzzle us because I get puzzled all the time. We want you to go and get something that's dumb, something silly that just for kicks. It'll be a lot of fun and it's a great segment on the show. So please comment below. I think I have, yes, comment your moment below. Tell us in the comment section what your favorite moment is, what you think's up with Jack, and if you have a stupid Star Trek question, put that in the comments. Tell your friends, do the same thing. Win lots of prizes next week when Jason returns, and be sure to check out our brand new merch store. Look at that. All that
Yay!
wonderful. You can get a Captain's Quadrant mug, a sports bra. So,
I need a Captain's Quadrant sports bra.
yeah, me too. The girls have been getting heavy lately.
Yeah.
And that's going to do
I
it.
don't like to jiggle when I run. That's all.
Exactly. The Captain's Quadrant thermos is c'est magnifique. So just make sure you go and order that. Yes, it's a great piece of equipment. Well, that's going to do it for us this week in the Captain's Quadrant. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're listening to us on the podcast, be sure to check out our YouTube and subscribe. We could use all the love. And if you are watching us, be sure to go and subscribe to our Spotify because, we need the love there too. So until next time, I'm Captain Joe Dove signing off.